Waiver wire targets. It is week 10, trade deadline week for a lot of you. Keep in mind the Broncos, Texans, Eagles, Redskins, Jags, and Patriots. 6 teams on a bye. Woof! I got you. All right, don't just shh. Brian Tannehill.
Okay. Huh?
What? Crazier things have happened.
What?
She's good with that. Yeah, he's quietly had back-to-back 300-yard games. You like that? Of course you do. This week he has the Chiefs. He has to throw it a ton, especially if Mr. No-Look Pass himself is back for KC. He can't play Deshaun Red-Eye Watson or Wentz or Brady. This is a solid option to hold on to. By the way, he faces the Raiders and the Texans in the fantasy playoffs. Plan ahead, would ya? All right, if I don't do a good job of convincing you there on Tannehill, maybe you like Daniel.
I don't think Tannehill's ever been on a fantasy team.
Daniel Jones. I like it. How about DJ? Not a great game. 21.8% owned right now on NFL.com. Not exactly coming off a brilliant performance against a tough Cowboys defense, but this week he's got the Jets. Anyone buying in on this?
He be running though, Kay.
Yeah, they love. Thank you. The rushing guards are a nice little icing and a cherry on top of the sundae.
He be running.
But the Jets have allowed 3 touchdowns to Minshew. They allowed 3 touchdowns to Fitzpatrick over the last 2 weeks consecutively. They're a mess right now. New York is. So gotta like the matchup. The Snoopy Bowl, right? Is it still called that in season?
Yeah.
Is it? Sure. I don't know. Running back Devin Singletary, highly owned, over 50%. That means you've been watching and listening to me and this show about his inevitable rise and taking the torch, inheriting feature back duties over Frank Gore. I think it happened last week. 20 carries and a touchdown against the Redskins. The workload should be there against the generous Browns in week 10. Then it's the Dolphins, by the way, both top 5 in fantasy points allowed to running backs over the last 5 weeks. Another RB to consider to scoop up and put in a claim for is Ronald Jones. Still available in over 65% of leagues. This blew my mind yesterday, guys. Sunday was Rojo's first ever NFL start.
Yeah.
His first career start. He's been in there, sprinkled in a couple times. Finally, he gets in from the jump, and he crushed it, by the way. Breakout performance against the Seahawks. 8 fantasy points on their first drive alone. 20 touches. Pick him up. Great matchup this week against the Cardinals. 5 running backs have totaled 100 yards against them this year. A wide receiver. How about Zach? Is it Pascal or Pascal? I still don't know.
Pascal sounds kind of cool.
You like it, right?
Pascal.
Let's just go with Pascal. He's 3.2% owned. Please pick this guy up. 100-yard game back in week 7. Quiet week 8, but back to goodness on Sunday, racking up 5 for 76 and a touchdown against Pittsburgh. Hoyer came in at quarterback, and they seem to like each other fine. There's chemistry. T.Y.'s recovering. He is worth a shot, especially with the Dolphins on deck week 10. The Giants have real talent on offense. We'll get to some more of the Giants and the Cowboys highlights to take a last peek at your waiver wire grabs. Tannehill, Jones, Singletary, another Jones of a different positional variety, and Zach Pascal.